Look, I'm about to share something with you that most gardeners completely miss, and it costs them months of fresh food. January isn't just another cold month to stare out the window. It's actually your secret weapon for year-round abundance. What if I told you that 17 specific plants started right now could keep your kitchen stocked from spring through next winter? Stick around, because what I'm revealing today will completely change how you think about winter planting. Welcome to Earthly Gardening. If you're new here, this channel is all about growing real food without emptying your wallet. And to my returning garden friends, you know we don't do fluff. Just practical, dirt under your nails advice that actually works. Now, before we dig in, do me a quick favor. See that subscribe button? Tap it, because every week, I'm bringing you methods that turn small spaces into food-producing powerhouses. And here's the thing. This video is packed with specific planting dates and variety recommendations you'll want to reference later. So bookmark this one. Trust me, you'll come back to it when you're at the garden center wondering what to buy. Alright, let's get into these 17 game changers. Crop 1. Onions. First up, onions. But here's what nobody tells you. Those tiny onion sets at the store are quietly limiting your harvest. They're bred for convenience, not performance, and many of them are already stressed before they ever hit your soil. Instead, start onion seeds indoors right now in January. Yes, they take a little longer, but that extra time is exactly what gives you bigger, better bulbs. By the time March rolls around, you'll have thick, pencil-strong seedlings ready to transplant, not weak starts racing to survive. One packet of seeds can give you 200+ plants for the price of a single bundle of sets. That's real food security. And these aren't just fresh onions, you're growing true storage onions that carry you through the year. Varieties like Copra or Patterson are bred to cure hard and store for 8 to 10 months in a cool, dark place. One quiet seed starting session in January can mean slicing your own onions next summer, next fall, and even into winter. Crop 2. Leeks. Leeks are criminally underrated. They're like onions' sophisticated cousins that nobody invites to dinner quietly, dependable and ridiculously useful. Start them indoors in January and you'll be amazed at how tough they are. Leeks laugh at cold weather and handle spring chills that would stall other crops, which makes them perfect for early starts. Here's the beautiful part. Leeks don't demand your attention. They can stay right in the ground through fall and winter, and instead of spoiling, they actually improve. Each frost concentrates their sugars, turning them sweeter and richer over time. You harvest when you need them, not when the calendar says so. One well-planned row can feed soups, stews, and simple side dishes for nearly a full year. Go with King Richard if you want earlier harvests, or Bandit if you're planning on pulling leeks straight out of frozen soil in midwinter. Crop 3. Celery. Celery has this reputation for being difficult. Forget that noise. The truth is, celery isn't hard, it's just patient. It needs a long, steady growing season, which is exactly why January is perfect. Start seeds indoors now and you give them the full 14 to 16 weeks they need to become sturdy transplants instead of stressed, bitter plants. Here's the money-saving part people overlook. Grocery store celery runs $3 to $4 per bunch, and you go through it fast. One seed packet costs about the same and can give you 50+ plants. That's hundreds of dollars back in your pocket from one tray of seedlings. And the best bonus? Homegrown celery has real flavor, aromatic, slightly salty, and rich, nothing like the pale, crunchy water masquerading as celery at the store. Once you grow it yourself, there's no going back. Crop 4. Celeriac. While we're on the celery family, let's talk about celeriac. This knobby, odd-looking root isn't winning any beauty contests, but it's an absolute storage champion. Start it indoors in January and give it the long season it needs. Transplant in spring, let it take its time, and by fall you'll be pulling up dense, heavy roots built to last. Stored in a cool basement or fridge, celeriac keeps for months without fuss, quietly waiting for winter meals. The flavor is where it really shines: nutty, earthy, and unmistakably celery-like. Perfect for soups, roasts, and creamy mashes when fresh vegetables are scarce. Most people walk right past it at the market because it looks strange. That's their loss and a serious win for anyone thinking ahead to winter food security. Crop 5. Early cabbage. Cabbage started in January gives you those early spring heads when everyone else is still waiting. Choose early varieties like Early Jersey Wakefield or Golden Acre. These mature in 60 to 70 days after transplanting. But here's the strategy. Don't just grow one planting. Stagger them every 2 weeks through February. That gives you fresh cabbage from May through July instead of 50 heads all at once that you can't possibly eat. Succession planting is how you feed a family, not overwhelm them. Crop 6. Broccoli. Broccoli is where most gardeners make a huge mistake. They grow it in summer when it bolts immediately. January started broccoli transplanted in early spring thrives in cool weather. You get those massive central heads everyone loves. But here's what changes the game. After you cut the main head, those plants keep producing side shoots for weeks. One planting in January gives you broccoli from April through June. Varieties like Green Magic or Calabrese do this beautifully. Crop 7. Cauliflower. Cauliflower is picky, I won't lie to you, but start it right in January, and you're working with its needs instead of against them. It wants cool weather and steady growth. Give it that, and you'll get those gorgeous white heads that cost a fortune at the store. Try snowball varieties for reliability. One trick. When the heads start forming, bend a few leaves over them to keep them white. That's called blanching, and it's the difference between restaurant-quality cauliflower and sad, yellowed disappointments. Crop 8. Lettuce. Lettuce in January? Absolutely. Start it indoors under lights, and you're eating fresh salad by March while your neighbors are still buying sad, plastic-wrapped greens. But here's how you make it last all year. Grow loose-leaf varieties, not head lettuce. Cut what you need and it grows back. Varieties like salad bowl or oak leaf are cut-and-come-again champions. One January planting, followed by outdoor succession planting, keeps you in salad until fall. Then you start again. Crop 9. Spinach. Spinach is a January superstar because it actually loves cold weather. Start it indoors, transplant early, and you're harvesting while it's still frosty outside. But the real secret to year-round spinach? It's a cool season crop, so you plant it in January for spring harvest, then again in August for fall and winter harvest. 2 plantings, year-round spinach. Varieties like Bloomsdale or Space are reliable producers that don't bolt at the first sign of warmth. Hey, quick pause. If you're finding this valuable, do me a favor and smash that like button. It tells YouTube to share this with more gardeners who need it. And drop a comment below telling me which of these crops you're most excited to try. I read every single comment, and your questions often become future videos. Now, let's keep rolling because the next few crops are absolute game changers. Crop 10. Kale. Kale might be the toughest plant on this list. I've harvested it in 20-degree weather, covered in snow, and it just doesn't care. Starting kale in January means you're eating it by April and straight through until the following winter. One planting can literally provide greens for over a year if you harvest correctly. Take outer leaves, leave the center growing. Varieties like Lacinato or Red Russian are both cold-hardy and delicious. This is one of those crops that just keeps giving. Crop 11. Peas. Peas are different from everything else on this list. You're not starting them indoors. You're direct sowing them outdoors in late January or early February, depending on your zone. They germinate in cold soil that would kill other crops. This is how you get fresh peas in May. But here's the abundance trick. Plant a 10-foot row, and you'll be picking for weeks. Sugar snap varieties like Sugar and give you edible pods. Shelling peas like Lincoln give you that classic sweet pea experience. Grow both. Crop 12. Broad beans. Broad beans, also called fava beans, are massively underrated in home gardens. They're one of the few beans that actually prefer cool weather. Direct sow them in January in milder climates or start indoors in colder zones. These plants fix nitrogen in your soil, which means they're actually improving your garden while they grow. Plus, the beans store well-dried, giving you a protein source for months. They're like having a natural food storage system growing in your backyard. Crop 13. Parsnips. Parsnips require patience, but the payoff is incredible. Direct sow these in January in areas with mild winters or as soon as soil is workable in cold climates. They take 120 days to mature, which is exactly why you start them now. Here's the magic. Parsnips actually get sweeter after frost. You can leave them in the ground all winter and harvest as needed. They're like having a root cellar that's still growing. Roasted parsnips have this caramelized sweetness that makes winter meals feel gourmet. Crop 14, carrots. Carrots started in January give you early summer harvests, but here's the real strategy. Plant them in succession every 3 weeks through spring. That gives you fresh carrots from June through October. Then, plant a final crop in late summer for winter storage. Carrots kept in damp sand in a cool basement last for months. Varieties like Bolero or Napoli are reliable and sweet. This is how you turn one crop into a year-round staple. Crop 15, beets. Beets give you 2 harvests in one. You're getting greens early, then roots later. Direct sow them in late January or February depending on your zone. They germinate in cool soil and mature fast. But here's what most people miss. Beet greens are edible and delicious. You can thin your beet patch and eat the thinnings as salad greens while the remaining beets size up. Then the roots store for months. Varieties like Detroit Dark Red are classic for good reason. Crop 16, potatoes. Potatoes aren't typically considered a January crop, but starting seed potatoes indoors in containers gives you super early harvests. Plant them in buckets or bags in late January, keep them in a garage or sheltered spot, and you're digging new potatoes by April. Then, plant your main crop outdoors in March for summer and fall harvests. Potatoes store incredibly well in cool, dark conditions. We're talking about carbohydrates that last 6 months or more. One investment in seed potatoes returns 10 times the harvest. Crop 17, herbs. Last but absolutely not least, herbs. January is prime time to start perennial herbs like oregano, thyme, sage, and rosemary from seed indoors. These take longer to germinate and grow, which is why you start them now. By spring, you'll have robust plants to put in the ground. Here's why this matters. Fresh herbs transform cheap, simple meals into something your family actually wants to eat. Plus, these perennials come back year after year. You plant them once, and they flavor your food for the next decade. So there you have it. 17 crops that turn January from a dead month into the foundation of year-round food security. This isn't about being a perfect gardener. It's about being a strategic one. Every seed you start now is money you're not spending at the grocery store later. It's fresh food when everyone else is eating shipped produce that's traveled thousands of miles. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pick 3 crops from this list. Just 3. Don't overwhelm yourself trying to plant all 17. Choose the ones your family actually eats and start there. Maybe it's onions, lettuce, and potatoes. Maybe it's spinach, carrots, and herbs. Whatever makes sense for your table. And look, if you got value from this video, subscribe if you haven't already. We're building a community of people who believe that growing food shouldn't be complicated or expensive. Just practical. Drop a comment below and tell me which 3 crops you're choosing. I'm genuinely curious what resonates with you. And if you've got questions about any of these crops, ask away. I'm here to help. Next week, I'm showing you exactly how to build a seed starting station for under $30 that'll grow all these crops. You won't want to miss that. Until then, get your hands dirty and keep growing.